Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
Large population centers are so saturated with a variety of transport equipment that its movement is becoming more and more problematic, creating many difficulties for people. This is especially true for megacities, cities with millions of people, where there is a huge number of cars and other vehicles. To at least partially solve this problem, reversible traffic, which differs from traditional traffic by many inherent features, has been introduced and is becoming more widespread. Those drivers who are familiar with them adapt to the new conditions much faster, but the vast majority of motorists, unfortunately, know about it rather superficially. The task of this material is to fill this gap and give drivers a maximum of useful information in a condensed form, which can be used in a real situation. The specifics of reversible traffic are also analyzed, and the variants of its organization used in live practice are considered. The corresponding work of special traffic light devices, nuances of specific road markings, and other issues of practical orientation are also considered. What is reverse traffic? Many drivers are interested in what is reversible traffic on the road. In practical terms, it is one of the forced temporary organizational measures aimed at relieving the movement of vehicles during peak periods. This means that on one of the traffic lanes, which is extremely congested, for some time introduce a different direction of traffic. That is, its direction is changed. A good example is road repairs, when it becomes impossible to travel on a certain part of the road. In such situations, a reversal is introduced on this road section, which is managed by the repairers themselves or by traffic police officers. This means that they, seeing the picture of what is happening on the spot, immediately determine the order of passage in one direction or the other. This allows not to accumulate a large amount of traffic in the repair area, rhythmically dissolving traffic jams. Peculiarities of reversible traffic. The introduction of reversing traffic actually means that for a certain period of time on a given lane or other fragment of the road, new rules are introduced, which differ in many respects from the usual ones. It is clear that this significantly increases the likelihood of risk and violations of traffic rules. So in such cases, the driver must be as concentrated as possible on the management of his car, extremely carefully fixing and following all the instructions of those who regulate the reverse, as well as organized for this case traffic lights and signs. Read also, is it possible to overtake at the intersection? Extremely vigilant experts advise to be when making a right turn to the right, as well as in cases of rearrangement in the extreme rows to the right where just and begins the movement of this kind. If there are traffic lights, to rebuild on the reversing lanes is allowed only in the zone of their visibility. Maneuvers must be performed only on working permissive signals. If traffic lights give prohibition signs, reversible lanes must be vacated as soon as possible. Ways of organizing reversing traffic. Practice has led to the development of a number of proven techniques on how to organize reversing on motor roads. One of the most common options is the installation of special signs signaling that drivers are waiting for the exit to the road with reverse traffic ahead. In addition, special road markings and special traffic lights are used for information purposes. Road markings. It is worth emphasizing the important point that the distinctive feature of reversals is their temporary nature. Because of this, road markings are not so often used in such cases. There is a logical explanation for this. Thus, it is a troublesome business that requires a lot of resources, including materials and time. Nevertheless, it is also practiced. Reversed roads are marked with a double dashed line. The gap in such a line is 3 times shorter than in its main part. There are no separate road signs to indicate reverse on the lanes. This creates a lot of difficulties for drivers, especially those with little experience. If, for example, the highway is snowy or covered with mud, or reverse markings have worn out over time and are not visible from the cab. Traffic lights. Special traffic lights are often used to facilitate the movement of vehicles in reversible lanes. They give green signs in the shape of arrows with their points pointing downwards. Traffic lights equipped with the ability to show red X-shaped signals are used, and the commands of such traffic lights are valid only in the lanes over which they are displayed. Signaling is also practiced with yellow arrow-shaped signs aimed diagonally downward, to the right or to the left. If reversing traffic lights signal yellow, it is a signal that drivers should immediately begin to change lanes to get into the adjacent lane. Read also, proper adjustment of car mirrors when there are no traffic lights over the reversible lanes or they signal red, it is not allowed to enter it. Special signs on domestic highways use special signs, the purpose of which is to timely signal motorists about reversing moments. Often a sign with the outline of a white vertical arrow is used. It has two tips and is depicted against a background of blue coloring. Such a symbol indicates the beginning of the reversing path. If such an arrow is crossed out with a red stripe, this is a warning that the reverse lane is finished. The meaning of the white arrow with tips in different directions is to warn that a reversal is ahead, but it is installed, most often, at intersections. In conclusion, it should be recalled that if a driver violates the rules of reverse traffic, he faces different penalties. The size of fines depends, of course, on the nature of the violation and can reach in some cases 5,000 rubles, and in case of repeated violation of the one who allowed it, the driver can be deprived of driving license for up to 1 year. Be as vigilant as possible behind the wheel, and may you be constantly accompanied by driving luck. In conclusion, reversing is a fascinating process that involves turning something back to its original state or direction. Whether it's in the context of reversing a vehicle, reversing a decision, or even reversing a mathematical operation, the principles remain the same. By understanding how reversing works, we can apply these concepts in various aspects of our lives, enhancing our problem-solving skills and decision-making abilities. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into the mechanics of reversing.